Here is our initial feasible solution. We just set up the basic tableau. Again, we had three constraints, so we have three variables in our basis. Our subrates are basically just our constraint formulas written out. We calculated our z, which is the summation of the constant times the subrate. So for example, for x1, that's negative m times 1 plus 0 times 4 plus negative m times 1, which gives us a negative 2m. We do that all the way across. Our net evaluation row, just in review, is our consonant from each variable minus our z row for that variable. So for x1, our consonant is 40. From that, we subtract a negative 2m, so it's 40 minus a 2m, and negative minus a negative is a positive, so it's 40 plus 2m. Now, we will calculate our entering and leaving variables. Next, we have to identify the entering variable. The variable that will enter our basis is, we look at the net evaluation row, and it's the largest positive value. Remember that m stands for a very large number. If you don't like using abstract numbers, just substitute million. So 3,050,000 is greater than 2,040,000. So x2 would be our largest positive number in the net evaluation row, so that's our entering variable. If we know that we have three constraints, so we can only have three variables in our basis. So if we're going to have x2 enter the basis, we have to figure out which variable is leaving, which one we take out. So to find the leaving variable, we take the smallest possible q divided by the subrate of the entering to calculate which is our leaving. So on the right hand side, I've calculated my q divided by my subrate. So it's the first one for A1, it's 40 divided by 3. And that 3 is the intersection of A2 and A1 there, which is 13.3. Same for S2. I should have used different variables, but the 3 there is coming from the intersection X2 and S2. But again, that is 40. And our third one is 0. So it's 20 divided by 0. And we all remember from algebra that is undefined. So our smallest positive would be the 13.3, or our A1. So our A1 will be leaving the basis, and our X2 will be entering. Last thing I wanted to show you in the lower right-hand corner, I calculated the profit we'd make. Remember, we're starting at the origin, so this calculation doesn't really make sense. But the Z profit is the summation of the C from the basis. So my A1 is negative m, my S2 is 0, my A3 is negative m, times my Q, my 40, my 120, and my 20. So if I multiply those through and sum them up, I get negative 60m. Since we're starting at 0, 0, we haven't produced anything, it's telling us we're just out our fixed costs there. So, but again, since m is kind of just a placeholder, we really can't say how much of fixed cost we have here.